I'm Judge Reinhold, or Judge.
I'm Major Tom, also known as Thad Nobleman.
I'm no internet name Anthony, your happy dungeon master.
And I'm Diaper Chris, playing the role of Michael Battleaxe.
And we're back with more Men Quaffing Elixirs.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
So it's been a while since we played, so I was hoping maybe someone could bring us up to speed what we did last time.
I gave a guy a wedgie. I know that happened.
That happened for sure. Okay.
Oh
let's
yeah,
get
that was
started.
good.
Classic. Well, we formed the Millionaire Mercenaries, which consists of me, Judge, Michael Battleaxe, the Barbarian, and Thad Nobleman. Now, I'm the leader of the group, the Wizard, and we got a contract from a very ornery government official to investigate a Goblin cave. And although the battle was fierce, we ended up coming out victorious. But then the cave collapsed in on us, and so we joined our heroes. Is that right, Anthony?
That was perfect. I'm really impressed. You nailed every major.
And that's what happens when you have to edit these things, so go ahead.
Oh, I see. So I've got you here in your cave. Things are collapsed, as you recall. So I got a little description, and then we can start with what's going on. I re-listened to the last episode and realized I wasn't doing a great job on my descriptions of things. So I'm going to try and do better in this episode.
Hey, don't beat yourself up.
Well, it was the first one. I was a little nervous. I was trying to keep a lot of things straight. So here we go. Let's get started. So our party finds themselves trapped in a small cave. Behind you to the south is the caved-in former entrance to the cave. Ahead of you is a shabby living quarters that the goblins were staying in. Obviously, they're dispatched now. So there's that. So some things that you immediately notice. First, there's a dilapidated table. There's actually a couple of dilapidated tables with some cheese and stale bread. Maybe some vermin viscera. It's pretty nasty. The second thing is some filthy bedrolls. That's the Dungeons and Dragons equivalent of a sleeping bag. But they're much too short for you because they're for goblins. But if you're think you're going to be staying here a while, you might as well get comfy. And then there's a kind of a large, smelly trash pile, which is really adding to the ambiance of the cave. So those are 30 things that you notice right away. What do you guys want to do? Right now, you're kind of stuck.
Well, I, for one, do not want to shine a medieval UV light on those bedrolls. Forget
no,
it.
Sir.
Nope. Okay. So avoiding that for now.
What kind of cheese are they, Dungeon Master Anthony?
It's like a hard cheese. There's a mix of a Swiss maybe. That's not a hard cheese, but then there's some Parmesan. Wait, that's a hard cheese.
The goblins were artisanally aging cheeses in their cave.
Well, if you recall from the last time, they had been ambushing some travelers, so maybe they got they raided these supplies and were artisanally crafting goat cheeses and whatnot, and artisan breads.
So you got a goat cheese, you got a Parmesan.
I mean, that's about it. There's some cheeses that you can't really identify.
No. The bedrolls, are they sacks, like sleeping bags?
Yeah,
I can get inside it?
It's a sleeping bag. You could totally get inside. It's like a blanket essentially that's folded over on itself exactly like a sleeping bag.
Okay. Tom, do you have any questions?
On a level from 1 to 10, how soiled are the bedrolls?
They're a solid 8.5.
Good question.
Oh, that's
Good
pretty
question.
high.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I take a move or an action?
You can do whatever you want right now. We're not in combat,
Okay.
so it's not like we're taking turns right now.
I want to
describe what you're going to do.
Yeah, I want to take all the artisanal cheeses and put them in one of the big rolls.
What the H?
And then throw it over my shoulder. And I'm going to carry it out of this cave with us when we find our way out of here.
Okay, so you do that. You go over and grab the cheese. You grab a bedroll. And
a soiled bedroll. The most soiled of the bedrolls.
it is
the worst one to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pick up one of the bedrolls, and what do you find to your amazement but a trap door hidden under one of the bedrolls?
Oh, that's convenient.
Wow. Oh my god.
I know, right? Can you believe it?
The odds are on my side.
They are. All right, so now you're in a room with a trapdoor and garbage, essentially.
Well, I, for one, am going to go over to that garbage and start picking through it to see if there's anything worthwhile.
Maybe there's more cheese.
Yeah, there might be cheese or a soiled blanket in there.
Oh, you find it.
I walk past all the soiled blankets and cheese to the garbage.
I asked Juji why he would pick through the garbage when I have good artisanal cheeses in this soiled bedrolls right over here.
Because your taste is garbage, and I don't trust it.
You find a cheese rind in the garbage. Other than that, that's about it. If you're gonna go make a soup, maybe there's some like chicken bones
A
or
ham
something.
bone?
Yeah, you gotta get a soup going.
Well, that can wait. Let's go investigate this trapdoor, fellas.
No, I want to see the shack.
The shack?
Yeah, didn't you say there was a goblin shack?
Inside the cave.
You're inside the goblin shack. It's a cave.
Oh, is that where we are?
Diver just wants to go to the crab shack.
Can you blame him?
Mr. Dungeon Master, I have trouble with imagination.
This is why you kids today, playing your video games, you don't have to imagine nothing. It's bad for your brain.
You're right. I'm going to have to learn imagination by the end of this.
That's our goal. That's our sub goal. Finishing this campaign and growing diaper and imagination.
I would appreciate that. Okay, continue. Sorry, I interrupted with my idiocy.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Let's go down the trapdoor.
Okay, great. So, you head down a ladder. It's about 10 feet into a tunnel running north. It's about 10 feet wide. Conveniently in the tunnels, they're fairly well lit between a combination of these strange phosphorescent mushrooms and some irregularly placed candles and lanterns. The floor and ceiling are spotted with like stalactites and stalagmites. I forget which one is which, but that's okay. But they're not really dense enough to hinder travel. You can make your way down. The tunnel only runs north, so you really only have one option at this point, is to go north.
How can you tell it's north if you're in a tunnel?
You got. Everyone knows that D&D adventurers have exceptionally good senses of direction. That's just a thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, now you know.
Is that true, Tom?
I know that phosphorescent fungi always grow on the north side of rocks.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like he's not lying.
That's good universe building.
All right, so let me change our picture here. I got a little tunnel set up for you guys. This is the exciting part. Scene changes. Ooh, it's a tunnel.
Man, this is one linear cave.
I know, right?
Well, it's a tunnel.
It's really convenient.
Is this the cave that El Chapo used to escape that prison?
I don't understand that reference because I'm not up on the news.
Is this that cave that those Chilean miners were stuck in?
Now that I know.
I thought we were still in the Goblin Shack.
Half-price cheese on Mondays at the Goblin Shack.
I'm there.
We're in the party room.
All the cheese you can eat. So anyway, this is not a super good representation of what it's looking like. So you walk down the tunnel for about 5 minutes, and nothing really happens. It's kind of a long tunnel. And but eventually, after 5 minutes of traveling, you see a small hooded figure poking at a small insect on the floor. Behind him, on the east side of the cave, is a closed wooden door. And then within arm's reach of him is what appears to be this like large sort of gong thing on a big stick.
Careful, Typher. He's going to gong your bad jokes.
I'm nervous.
At this point, he's a little too preoccupied to notice you because he's playing with that bug. Goblins aren't the smartest of fellows. So, he's about like 20 or 30 feet away. So, like, at this point, he hasn't noticed you approaching. You kind of got the jump on him. I'm going to put him out here. This isn't super accurate, so he's a little goblin. It's got a gong. Can't see it.
Now, explain to me how goblins are perceived in the D&D universe that
That's
you've
a good
created.
question.
Okay, they're sort of the lowest of the low. They're like a nuisance species.
But do they live amongst humans and
No,
elves
they don't. They don't live like elves and dwarves and gnomes and stuff. They live amongst humans. They're pretty well regarded. But a goblin is essentially like,
Like, would you hire a goblin in your mailroom if you owned a medieval corporation?
No, a goblin would like light fire to your mailroom and then like.
Okay. All right, I
steal all
understand
your
it now.
cheese, as they've shown so far to do in this campaign.
Okay.
So no, they're a nuisance. They're pretty much.
Okay.
If you see them, you want to get rid of them.
I know we killed them, but I just wanted to know the people we're killing. I, Michael Battleaxe, like to know my enemies.
Know your foe. Okay,
before I destroy them.
gotcha.
Hey, I got a bright idea, Thad. You got the ranged attack. Why don't you take care of this pest before he even notices us?
No. He's gonna use an arrow, right, Thad?
Are you sure we don't even want to see if he's friendly? Like, even remotely try?
Well, I mean, we just got a description that kind of.
Do we just want to indiscriminately murder him for no reason?
He's got a point. He might want cheese.
Hold on.
We have a lot of cheese to offer.
No, we don't. The cheese is ours. We got it fair and square. Well,
I could offer him a soiled cheese if you want. See what happens.
Yeah, put a soiled cheese in your hand and see if he'll come up and grab it like a baby bird.
I have my reservations, but I am outvoted here.
I'm a little nervous, though. Maybe we should have Thad deliver him a cheese with an arrow.
Oh, yeah, I could put like a cube on the end of an arrow and shoot it over.
Yeah. Like, I'm afraid he's going to bite my hand because, our dungeon master describes them as lighting fire to my garbage and mailroom.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't this be the equivalent of, like, throwing an acorn at a squirrel?
I think so. The logic checks out to me.
It does. It totally checks. So is that what you want to do then, guys?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Right,
so you put a little...
I take the soiled cheese out of my sleeping bag I've been carrying, and I hand it to Thad.
Okay. So you don't want to shoot it, like, into him. You want to shoot it around him, I assume, right?
Just close enough to him so he sees it and he can go grab it.
Okay, great. So we got a brand new Quaffinator, which is our new dice rolling program as programmed by Judge. So thanks for that. So now you guys can all see my dice rolls as I roll them via the computer. So I'm going to say this is a sneaky approach from Thad. So we're going to roll some dice here, see how he does. Okay, he did great. I mean, he didn't roll any. He rolled all zeros, but he's got a 3 in his sneaky. So bam, he shoots an arrow. It goes a little behind and a little to the left of the goblin. The goblin immediately, like Metal Gear Solid style, hears the little noise and goes to investigate. So he goes over here and finds a little cheese and starts eating it.
Oh.
He still doesn't seem to have noticed you, because goblins are not smart.
We should have left him a note on the cheese to tell him we're friends.
Just run up and grab the gong thing.
Okay, you want to go grab the gong? Okay, so you do that. Thad, you want to grab it?
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Okay, so it's like over here.
Why do we want this gong? Isn't it going to make all kinds of clatter and calamity?
It's going to make a lot of gongs. I mean, we could use the gong for a lot of good things. Think of when we take that into the tavern and we start banging it. The wenches will go wild, my man.
Go crazy. Wench has gone wild. I love it.
Think what else we could do with the gong. We could go sled riding on it.
You could, totally, yeah. It's not huge. It's only going to fit one of you if you want to sled ride in it, but you never know.
We could leave it where it is and not take it with us.
You could do that too.
The options are endless.
Now this has already been super fruitful. We got a bunch of cheese and a gong. I don't want to break our streak of incredible loot.
He's got a point.
He does.
I mean, if it's no good, we could sell it all at the shop when we get there.
It's true. You got some stuff that's worth a lot of money there. Bad cheese.
It's like carrying around an umbrella. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Right?
Great logic.
Couldn't be more right.
Yeah, go get the gong, Thad.
Okay, so Thad's going to run up and grab the gong. That's going to bring him pretty close to the goblin. I'm going to roll to make sure he was sneaky enough to... Well, or do you want to, like, do it without attracting the goblin's attention, or...
I would prefer not to.
Okay, so let's see if you were sneaky here. We'll roll your sneaky stat again. Oh, that's even better. So you got a 4 this time. Yeah, you were super sneaky. No one... he didn't notice you at all. You managed to, like, pick up the gong without making any noise.
Damn, I'm good.
Goblin's still fiddling around with that cheese.
I yell at Thad, great job! At the top of my lungs.
I like wince and I raise my shoulders in the air.
And I say, what? And I punch him in the arm.
Well, obviously the goblin sees ya.
I whack both of them with the gong, Three Stooges style.
You're too far away to wang them with the gongs. But,
That's right.
Thank you for
Yeah.
preserving the integrity, Anthony.
It's important, you know. I'm setting up a fantastical adventure in your mind. You know,
Good. It'd be lawless if you had these two in charge.
exactly. So, okay, the goblin notices you. Right now, he just looks confused. You got about a half a second to try and do something before he reacts in a way. You don't really know what he's gonna do.
All right, I'll tell the other guys. Guys, Goblin's vision is based off of sight. Don't move. I learned this in wizarding college.
It's your bestiary class.
Yeah. Bestiary. I skipped most of it, but I'm pretty sure I
unfortunately
remember
you
that.
failed and are incorrect because that's not true.
Oh, man.
But you do yell it out, and he doesn't understand what you're saying because he's a goblin. He doesn't understand English. So, anything
I don't
else?
think the
I'll give you
goblin-
as one more thing to do before the goblin has a chance to react.
So he doesn't understand the words that are coming out of our mouth.
He does not understand the words.
He
that are
likes
coming out.
cheese.
Yes.
I don't have any ideas. How about you, Thad?
Could we make it to the door before he had a chance to get to us? Like all three of us?
Thad, it looks like you probably could. I don't know about the other two. It would be they'd have to roll for it, but you definitely are close enough to.
I will not do that because I'm not going to abandon them.
Okay.
You have quite a schizophrenic character. the last recording session, you didn't give a flip about us, but now
Well,
he's
you know,
all
your adventure
noble.
in the dungeon in the cave together has really brought you guys together.
All right, first and
15
foremost,
minutes.
that's called character development.
Yeah, he's showing his depth.
Yeah, he's more like he's out of his depth. Am I right?
Okay, was there a point two?
No, just one.
That's it.
But it was very important.
Thad, I think you should hit him with the gong. Him being the goblin.
Oh, yeah, good idea. I'm going to hit him with the gong.
All right, so Michael at Battle Axe yells, "Hit him with the gong,"
Yeah,
El Kabong style.
yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna try and do that. This is probably a pretty forceful approach, just whacking him with a gong. So we're gonna roll again for good old Thad Nobleman. So let's see what he does here. He's got a 1. Oh, unfortunately, he rolls 3 negatives,
Uh-oh.
which brings him to a -2. So he's gonna completely whiff the goblin with the gong, and also create just a ton of racket.
It was too heavy, guys.
Just give me the gong. I'll show you how it's done.
Just tons of noise.
What do I got to do to get Michael Battleaxe up there to show Thad how to hit a goblin with a gong?
Okay, so you're gonna be able to go, but the goblin sort of has the jump on you right now because obviously he's upset with our
The
friend,
attempt at the gonging.
His
Thad.
ears aren't ringing? Because mine are.
No. So he's doing okay. So he's gonna move up and try and stab Thad with a little knife he's got on him. So I'm just
Well,
gonna...
how's that for gratitude? He came with cheese.
Yeah, I thought we were buddies.
Nope, not anymore. So not after you try to wang him with that gong. So.
Yeah, but I missed.
He knew what you were up to.
He tries to stab you, but unfortunately he's pretty clumsy and he misses. So, either Judge or Michael Battleaxe, it's one of your turns. You can discuss it amongst yourself.
Juji,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to go show Thad how it's done?
First, we got to close the distance, right, Anthony?
Yes, yeah, but you can remember you can sort of do 2 things in a turn. So you can
Okay.
move and make an attack if you want.
All right. Well, then I look at Michael Battleaxe and I nod, and I pull out my wand, which again has a star at the end of it.
Right,
And I
of course.
close the distance in between me and Thad.
Okay.
As Juji is walking away, I put a sign on his back that says "Kick me."
All right. That's pretty zany.
It is zany. I like it.
I don't want to do that because Judge made fun of my joke.
What do you want?
Gong him, Thad, gong him.
All right.
I
There'll
gong
be
him.
no gonging anymore. All right, you guys play with fire, you're gonna get burned. You play with the gong, you're gonna get gonged. So let that be a lesson to you. All right, so it looks like this goblin is not going to be able to be negotiated with. So,
No, certainly not.
I'm cycling through my lexicon of
Okay.
spells
Yes.
because you have to say things to make spells happen.
Yes.
And a
As
magic
well.
missile.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I cast magic missile on the
That's-
goblin.
That's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So let's roll it up here. It's a flashy spell, so let's see how you do here. All right, pretty good. So you your flashy approach is 3. You rolled a -1, but it doesn't really matter because you rolled high enough to hit the goblin with it too. So congratulations, you hit the goblin. He sort of winces, and he's got little robes on, and the magic missile, it sparks. They sort of ignite his robe. So I don't know that you did a whole ton of damage to the goblin, but his robes are starting to be engulfed in flames.
Can I ask you something, Anthony?
Sure.
Like
Sure.
as a nerd to nerd,
Yeah.
what is the missile actually? It's not like one of them military missiles, right? Like what is it like actually?
I think it's just a generic spell for a range. They needed to like make
Yeah,
sort of
but
like a
what does it
generic
look
ranged
like,
attack. It can be whatever you want. It could be like a little you gotta use your imagination. So it could be like a little fireball, or maybe like little magical arrows that come and seek, or it could look like military airplane missiles.
But how would
that
I know
haven't
what
been
that
invented
looks
yet.
like? That's preposterous. All
Right.
I'm
Can
sorry.
it be pollen?
It could look like little magical snowballs, or it could look like pollen. Yeah, it could look like whatever you want it to look like. You just gotta use your imagination.
I want it to look like a rock.
Okay, so just one rock, or like a lot?
Just
of
one,
rocks?
a single
Okay.
rock.
Okay, it looks like a magical glowing rock.
Okay, good.
Why you
Thank
should have
you.
used the pollen. The pollen sounded real cute.
Yeah. It would have made him sneeze.
Yeah,
Little hearts
totally.
or
Okay, so Michael Battleaxe, you are up.
Well, before I do anything, I want Juji to apologize to me.
Absolutely not.
I cross my arms, sit down, and eat the cheese, the soiled cheese.
All right,
no.
here we go.
Oh, temperamental warrior. That's the worst thing your party can have. Let me tell you what.
That's
you
my
be out
turn.
there on the front lines, my man.
I want you to roll for how good the cheese tastes, though.
I will roll for how good the cheese tastes.
What stat is that based off of?
and if it's super bad tasting, he gets horribly sick.
No, it's I rolled a nothing, so
Okay.
it's kind of a bland plain cheese. It's not the best cheese you've ever tasted. It's not the worst.
Well, that's even worse. You would prefer it to have some kind of flavor, right?
On a
Hey,
scale
I'm enjoying myself over here with my bland cheese.
Okay.
on a
jeez.
scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 4.5.
Next turn, Anthony.
Next turn. All right, so I think Thad went first, so you can go again, Thad.
All right.
You've got this goblin in front of you. His robes are a little bit on fire, and he's got a knife.
Well, I'm going to take several steps backward.
Okay,
Put
you're
some
gonna disengage.
space between me and him.
Okay, sure.
Since I have a ton of bows and no melee weapons to choose from, unless I decide to whack him with a bow.
You could do that, certainly, yeah.
All right, this looks like a good range that I can take a shot from.
Yep, certainly. Okay. So let's take a shot. I'm not gonna let it be a sneaky attack, which is your best stat, because you're just sort of in front of him.
That's fair.
So let's make this like a quick action. You're gonna dart back and take a quick shot at this guy. So roll it up. Unfortunately, you don't quite hit him. As you jump back and try and do like a cool like Legolas shot from Lord of the Rings, you kind of stumble over yourself.
Oh, you could surf on your gong like Legolas did
It's
in the
true.
shield. Oh, keep that in mind, Thad.
Yeah, that's good.
Now you like the gong.
I've come
Before
around.
you were yelling at me. Because I wanted to take the gong home.
You're
Now you
so
got all kinds
salty.
of
The
gong
saltiest
ideas.
warrior back there.
Yeah, the only thing salty is this cheese.
No, it's bland.
You wish it was salty.
You wish it was salty, yeah.
And I think that's actually the fecal matter on it, not salt.
Hey, watch
Gross.
it. This is PG.
Sorry.
It's all right. Thad, your shot sort of ricochets harmlessly off one of the walls, and so Nothing happens. So let's say it's the Goblin's turn now because he went next. So we're gonna have him. We're gonna have him attack, actually, Judge, because he's the one who hit him last. So he's looking hostile towards Judge. So he's gonna kind of scoot up here and try and stab our good old wizard buddy, Judge,
Oh, no.
who hit him with a magical rock last turn. So let's see if he is able to do anything here. Nope. Judge, you're fine. He misses harmlessly. You're too deft. You avoid his attack.
Can I cast another spell, or do I have to wait for like a recharge?
No, I don't care. Do whatever you want.
Wow, a flippant GM. All right, well,
No.
I'm going to invest even more caring into this, and I'm going to say, time for me to recite an incantation. I say as my robes flow to and fro in my gorgeous hair.
This is going to be good,
back.
says Michael Battleaxe to himself as Juji starts.
Now, I don't know if I haven't shown you the miniature I painted for you yet, but unfortunately, it looks like you kind of have like some male pattern baldness. So you do have hair, but it's mostly located on the back of your head.
Oh, that's okay. My wizard's cap will hide it, so
He's
nobody.
kind of like a wizard Hulk Hogan.
Very similar to a wizard Hulk Hogan, yeah.
Like his
Says
hairstyle.
horrible things about goblins. All right. So with a mighty bellow from the lower gut, I say some Latin phrase, or vaguely Latin phrase.
Vaguely Latin, right?
Yeah, like Wingardia Leviosa.
Perfect.
Except instead of levitating them, it casts another magic missile rock.
Another rock.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, let's see how he does.
This is the only trick at wizard
my
school
gosh.
he can master.
You hit him square in the nose with that magic rock, and you knock him clean out. He is toasted. You couldn't have put that more on target if you had some sort of laser guidance system for your magic missile.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like on a plane, or like a modern missile.
What mean this plane? Perhaps you mean the plains of the medieval times upon which the grain grows.
Yes, exactly.
What the H are you talking about?
I got it. It took me a second, but it's okay.
My jokes are very cerebral.
Gong him again, Thad.
That was the flashiest thing I ever heard. I'll do no such thing.
See? Yeah, Michael Ballack is very hostile tonight.
Okay,
Well,
so
you didn't like my joke.
it was a good joke.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't great.
Ugh, let's go. We got our gong.
So, you've knocked out the goblin. You've got your gong, and you guys notice that there's another door, sort of to your left and up a little bit. And you guys you start to hear some shuffling coming from that door. You're not exactly sure what's going on back there, as there's a door, but you're definitely hearing some noise. You don't really know what's going on over there.
Could be a goblin party.
Could be a goblin party, yeah. You don't really hear any noise coming from the door that's closest to you, to the right.
We probably should go to the door to the right then, huh?
Yeah, you mean the one that's like right in front of us? Yeah, probably.
Is there any way that we could kind of get some sort of advance notice of what's behind the door? Is there a keyhole or anything like that? Can we see through the cracks between the boards?
We hold a cup up to the door.
There's no keyhole. Actually, the room to the right, it's barred, but it's just like a little like wooden plank across the door. So you could easily like lift it up and then, take a peek in, like open it a crack and try and peek in. Maybe if you're sneaky enough, nobody will notice you.
Sneaky, eh? Thad, hop to it.
I'm on it.
Why didn't you pick me?
Still eating your cheese over there.
I say with a mouthful of cheese. Yeah, go in there, Thad.
So Thad'll go up to the door there and he'll try and peek in, see what's going on. Okay, yeah, he's pretty.
Thad, you could put down your bow.
I'm ready at all times.
It's true. He's exceptionally sneaky. He creeps in without making a sound, or creeps up to the door without making a sound, opens the latch and pushes the door a little bit, takes a peek in. He sees a room. It's a pretty small room, and not more than like 20 or 30 feet wide, and maybe like 20 or 30 feet deep. And inside there are four creatures. And by creatures, I mean just there's like it looks like there's 2 humans, an elf, and a dwarf. They don't appear to be armed, but they don't look like they're like terribly uncomfortable.
Should probably ask them if they want cheese. Or if they got any cheese.
Just remember to save some so we don't show up to the Goblin party empty-handed.
Oh, that's good. That's a good point.
You don't want to be rude.
Yeah, you're right. Should we talk to these guys, though?
I think that we should send Michael Battleaxe in as our ambassador.
Okay, now I asked Thad for the gong first.
I give you the
put all-
gong, no questions asked.
Okay, thank you. I put all my soiled cheese on the gong, arrange it like a cheese platter,
Oh, that's good.
It is good.
and I walk into the room and say, "Hello, I am Michael Battleaxe. Would any of you like some cheese?" And I hold up the cheese gong platter.
It's like cold cuts.
The only cold cuts will be from my cold steel. I don't know. Sorry.
I'd hit the gong if I wasn't holding it.